Daily Dose of Darryl from the Peebles Motivation Bureau entitled Filling Life, Season 2, Episode 6, November 7th through the 13th, 2022. When taking this photo of Florence, Italy, I remember thinking about how many talented people found happiness in this city through the centuries. From great artists to common folk, it provided a setting for happiness. And since then, countless visitors have come and found different types of happiness in this very city. You see, in life, happiness is something that most people yearn for and want to fill their life with each day. In this week's Daily Doses, we will take a look at some of the key components of happiness and some of the secrets that will help us fill our life with happiness. Monday. It's kind of fun to do the impossible. Throughout life, I have enjoyed doing various illusions and magic tricks and children's sermons and a lot of things not only to entertain but also to educate and inspire people right before their eyes. And as you know, most of the magic tricks, of course, are illusions or sleight of hand. However, the effect is someone doing something impossible right before their eyes. Well, you don't have to be a magician or anything out of the ordinary to take on the impossible, because in life, many times, things get impossible. Things are just like garbage bags and the trash can. When you have one or two, they fit together and go into a trash can quite nicely. But when you're raking leaves and have visitors, these garbage bags can start to multiply, and you have to put them all into a garbage can, which will be picked up on the street. It can become difficult, seemingly impossible. Nevertheless, I gave it a try, so I began to put them into the garbage can and kept putting them in the garbage can, and finally I had to poke some holes in the bags, readjusted them and compacted them and squeezed them. But you know, I finally got every single one of them into the garbage can. And the next morning, the truck came and picked it up, dumped it, and carried them away. It was like the impossible had taken place. And you know what? It was fun for me to see that empty can. Remember, be willing to try the impossible. Happiness often comes from taking on those things that you think you can't. Tuesday. Live each day to the fullest. I remember 16. I had started singing a little. Then on August 31st, 1965, right before my junior year in high school, I saw Roy Orbison. This legendary singer and songwriter, Roy Orbison, performed at the Columbus, Georgia Municipal Auditorium. Orbison arrived at the concert with 8 top 10 hits, including his best-selling hit, Oh, Pretty Woman, which was released in 1964, and In Dreams, released in 1963. A month before the concert, Orbison reconciled with his wife, Claudette, who was the inspiration to Orbison's song entitled Claudette. He also just inked an agreement with MGM Records and was really living life to the fullest. He was an inspiration as we then sang in various groups and settings, and life was full even for us during those days. But Roy's life revealed how fast life can change. Less than a year later, after that concert, it was on June 6, 1966, that Roy Orbison's first wife, Claudette Orbison, was killed. It was when a truck pulled out of a side road and collided with the motorbikes that she and Roy were riding on. It was in Gatlin, Tennessee. She died in his arms an hour later, at just 24 years old. Roy was devastated to lose his beautiful wife. The tragic lyrics and haunting melody of Too Soon to Know, which reached number 3 in the British charts just 2 months later, still tugs at the heartstrings decades later. Then, about 2 years after that tragedy, on September 14th, 1968, the Orbison family home at Old Hickory Lake in Hendersonville, Tennessee, burned to the ground while Orbison was touring in England, and the couple's 2 sons, Roy Jr. and Anthony, both died in the fire. One secret to happiness is learning to live each day to the fullest and not to waste it. Plus, fill your life with your passion each day and with those you love without putting it off, because life can change fast. Wednesday. One of the secrets to happiness and filling our lives with happiness is also filling our lives with the ability to see what others cannot yet see. Having a vision, being able to see things before they actually come into existence, and to use what you have to help make that happen. To be full of creative resourcefulness. We usually do not have unlimited supplies or unlimited tools. Most of us do not have unlimited resources. For instance, I was able to locate a great fashion designer in Greensboro who was very active for years in the Chicago Fashion Show. And she was able to, with her talents and supplies and tools, to produce a wonderful Elvis Presley outfit. Then later I ran into a former Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey circus clown who had many resources and tools, plus had produced a wonderful clown outfit, so I was able to get that from him. However, when it came to children and Halloween, resources were quite limited. Sometimes we only had a snowsuit and some pieces of black felt. As you see, with a vision and some creative resourcefulness, a good old fire department Dalmatian could emerge even with those limited resources. Later, there was a sweatshirt and pants, plus some white athletic tape. The end result, along with a little knowledge and training in anatomy, was a great skeleton, and the coup de grace was the cardboard box, some yarn and paint. As it turned out, a wonderful horse resulted from those items. You see, your vision, seeing what others cannot see, at least can't see yet, and your creative resourcefulness using what you have can help fill your life with happiness and even share that happiness with others. Thursday. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is a habit, and happiness is something you have to work hard at. It does not just happen. Forgiveness is not an occasional act. It is a constant attitude, according to Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. And that's true. Open your heart to forgiveness. Forgiveness is a funny thing. It warms the heart and it cools the sting. William Arthur Ward. In life, happiness comes to us when we begin to include these secret components. Another, I opened 2 gifts this morning. They were my eyes. Indeed, they are a gift to us, and very much a part of our happiness as we open up and have true vision and begin to take that vision and share that with love, even as perhaps a mime on the streets. Find ways to use your eyes to not only see but to share. Another secret, all mistakes teach us something, so there are in reality no mistakes, according to Nikki Giovanni. Well, there are things that we consider mistakes at the time, but sometimes when time passes, we can see how it was not a mistake, but a lesson was learned. If you don't leave your past in the past, it will destroy your future. Live for what today has to offer, not what yesterday has taken away. And so, value your time. It's another secret to happiness, learning to live in the moment. Blowing out someone else's candle won't make yours shine brighter. Remember that. That's a real secret to happiness. You know, Jupiter allows the moon to shine large. Even though Jupiter looks to us like a tiny little star next to the moon, its actual size dwarfs the moon. But it lets the moon shine. In life, choose happiness. Be willing to include forgiveness. Be willing to open your eyes as a gift each day. Be willing to make mistakes and learn from them, and know there's a lesson in there. Be willing to leave the past and move forward. Be willing to let others shine and do not blow out their light. A great lesson to us to include these components, and indeed we will also find more happiness in our lives. Friday. Enthusiasm is the light of creativity and insight. And the word enthusiasm from the Greeks means God within, theos inside of us. We usually see enthusiasm expressed in many ways: excitement, energy, ability to move around quickly. All of these things are important. But take action and take heart. Happiness resides not in possessions and not in gold. The feeling of happiness dwells in the soul. And so all things do come from God, and enthusiasm will fill us when God fills us too. Celebrate this daily. There are two ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle, and you can live as if everything is a miracle. Albert Einstein. And so look around and see each moment, each day as a miracle, not only in possessions and things, but in life. Creative acts of kindness are the best conduit to happiness. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer somebody else up. Mark Twain. You can find your own ways, but find ways to help lift up others' spirits, and yours will be lifted as well. So you see, take action for your soul, embrace the miraculous all around, and lift the spirit of others. You can find more happiness by being filled with the Spirit of God. God within simply means enthusiasm, and our enthusiasm comes from having God within, which definitely spills over. As the light shines in us, it will shine through to others. Saturday Summary. Saturday Summary. Monday. Dare to do the impossible. Success is fun. Tuesday. Live each day to the fullest. Wednesday. See what others can't. Use what you have. Thursday. Happiness doesn't just happen. Learn and use the secrets. Friday. Enthusiasm means God within. Be inspired and possessed by God. Sunday Silence. What have you tried this week that seemed impossible? Pause and reflect. What have you done to put more life into each day this week? Pause and reflect. What have you created with what you have that no one else has seen before? Pause and reflect. What have you done specifically this week to increase happiness? Pause and reflect. What generated new enthusiasm in your life this week? Pause and reflect. This is Darryl R. Peebles, the man behind the microphone, bringing you something positive each day from the Peebles Motivation Bureau, both positive, personal, and professional. Remember, there are 3 divisions: digital, real life, and print. But in the digital, we have not only the YouTube channel, but the website, Zoom events, and much more. In the real life, we do pulpit supply, funerals, weddings, magic shows, keynote speakers, and more. And in the print division, not only books, but magazine articles, newspapers, and custom artwork. Locally ordered books from me can get signatures and special discount. This one is already out and about, helping others. Churches and pastors have special discounts. I appreciate you, your ideas, and support. Keep them coming. These are other areas that I might be able to help you, and these are my contact points. This is Daily Dose of Darryl, responding to the free and gracious gift of God. I am using humor, the art of illusion, modern technology, and decades of serving God and communities hearts to work every day to uncover the beauty in all people and experiences coming my way, endeavoring to educate, entertain, and inspire. Each dose on this channel can help move us toward a better, healthier, and more informed mind, body, and spirit. I'm excited to be a small part of the expanding of our capacity to learn, love, and forgive, and together leave this world a better place for all. God bless you.